get marks not for what you are exhibiting. Very important. You're not getting marks for exhibition. You're getting marks for that written paper that you'll give. Okay. So everyone, you have to start very important with a cover page that I have mailed to everybody. I think I've forgotten Karthik and I've forgotten the sample also. Guru, so if you
I
can
will do
give,
it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
yeah, I think because I just did it just now and I forgot that. So the cover page has to be done. The formatting has to be good because the examiner should feel happy after seeing your work instead of saying, oh God, it's bad. And then, you put that examiner, you start with a very grumpy mood and then that thing translates into your scores, which should not happen. So give a good work. Even if you're not as good in your writing, please give a good work. That's always a key in IB. Always give a good presentation. So there is a cover page that you have to give. I've given. TOK commentary, you know what? Many of you have given a good attempt, but honestly, if I have to say, I cannot say that somebody anybody is there in the class who's got it really perfect. But it's okay. Not getting it perfect. Also, I was just discussing with I think I remember I don't know whom I discussed. I said, thank God, otherwise you'll make us redundant. If you don't find difficulty, then so we are not used, we are not required anymore. So it's good. Don't worry. We'll be giving you feedbacks. That first feedback which I've given you, I think is quite comprehensive. If you make a little change, also you'll get to know. You have to do what? You have to start exploring and articulating the connections between your prompt and the object. That's very important. Okay. So you've chosen three objects, so you have to show us the connect between the TOK prompts and the three objects. That's what your interest is. This is your interest. You can take anything that you're interested in. One very important thing which students have got a little confused with is, please understand, IB thought that students will get very confused, because if I say object, you might have lakhs and countless, I should not even give you a number, a countless number of objects, and you'll get confused, what is it that I should take? Hence they told you, put it in a structure of a theme. So if in case technology, knowledge and technology is my theme, you'll try to at least streamline and shortlist those objects which come with technology. So they have helped you to structure and streamline. But that does not mean that you can be repetitive in your exploration. So if you've got, or if a person is very confused, take a hint. Please go with the theme of knowledge and knower. That makes it very expansive. You can go ahead and explore a lot of things. Got it? First point. So make sure your themes do not contradict and restrict you in your exploration. That's very, very important. So there has to be a cover page where you give your theme, give your prompt number, give your prompt without any modification, and give your word count. So I was very surprised because hardly I got word count in any draft. Guys, if it's a 950 words, you go a word extra or less. Nitya Khirwar, of course, I was not joking. So I don't know what made you laugh and smile. So the word count is very important because your marks get deducted if you go beyond. I'll tell you one more thing. Your marks get even deducted if you go very less. So if they've given you 950, believe me, a word student who's written 700, the first thing that a person gets is take this person down to a level D. Because, or level 4. Why? Because this child has probably not used as much of a word count as we wanted them to. So whenever you're less than the word count or more, your marks are deducted. So very important that you have to be as per the word count. Never give us a very nice magical number of 950, because that's not possible. Either it should be 925, 940, 949 something. 950 thoda sa, it becomes very superficial to give. In your written report, the first statement should be your prompt. You should have an introduction. Now, introduction is not mandatory. But I told you to write an introduction because it just tells the examiner that you have understood the prompt. Okay, because introduction is what? Introduction is, let's say, one line about your understanding of the prompt, one line about what is it that you are trying to explore in the prompt. You're not giving an answer. So though it's a question, you're not giving an answer. You're just trying to explore. Marks is that maybe with a little structure it becomes better. It's good. Do not waste too much words in introduction, because then you're taking it out of what you could have used it in the prompt. explanation of your prompt. So if you're taking 25 words each in the explanation of the three objects, could have been used, but you wasted it in introduction. So don't do that. Set into motion by please write about objects and object explanations. You can use these statements. So this document will be sent to you. Don't worry. The TOK prompt I have selected is the exhibition explore the prompt. The exhibition investigates how we can see that this poses many challenge or to knowledge, particularly because there is no need of conclusion. However, if you sum it up briefly, something as an answer to the thesis statement that you've made, it'll always be a good thing. Yes or no? You made a thesis statement, so just sum it up. What is it that you found out? Always keep it open-ended. Do not give an answer for this. Just sum it up that with these objects we've tried to explore the prompt. In annotation of that sample also, I've actually shown you is this line is stating this line is telling you this line is telling you this. So that is also a good structure, I felt. That is why I annotated in that. What you will write for objects 1, 2, 3. First, very important thing, which was a miss. Please place the object. Try to explore the prompt with the help of the three objects. These some of the guiding statements that you can use. Okay, the object is particularly interesting for me for the exhibition because of this, or the object was controversial because of this, and I choose this object because whatever. What will you write with the in the commentaries? You will start with the image, explain the image and its real world context. Now please understand, this is very very important for everyone. I had one, now I've forgotten because I think the student who's got it must have said, I said in one of the commentaries of one of your students, I don't know who has made all the three objects wrong. All the three objects were generic. Please understand, you will not get marks unless your objects are real world context. For example, do not give a pic of a person, a girl. You can give picture of your friend with you. So that's a girl, but that's very specific to you. Do not give a calculator, but maybe then say calculator used by me for my exam. So make sure things are not very generic. Now, I have written it also here. How will you know that it's generic? Yeah, this, look. I have made it because I knew many of you will have problems. Guys, if one of your object goes wrong, your TOK commentary will go wrong. Out of experience, I'm saying commentary, you will get better marks than essay. I am telling you this. And it's very good that you work towards your TOK and extended essay, you get this bonus, which you really enjoy. So see, objects have to be specific word. What does it mean? How would you know that your object is generic? If you swap your object with any other in your commentary. Okay, your commentary remains the same, but the picture of object is swapped by something else. That means it's generic. That means it's not connected to your commentary. Always remember this. Now, this is one thing which I don't know many of your teachers would have also given. For example, when I take a class of business, I always tell my students, if you do not give context, your 50% marks, you cannot go beyond 50% marks in DP. I'm telling you for every subject. Context is very important. So if in case in your commentary, I can swap one of your objects with another object and the commentary stays intact, that means it's very generic. So if I swap the picture of a boy and keep another picture of a boy and your commentary stays intact, that means this is very generic. If I swap your father's picture, I cannot put any other picture except your father's picture. That means it's specific. Remember this. So that is why it's very important for you to make sure your object is real life. That's very important. Okay. Link that object to the prompt. Everywhere make a very conscious attempt. What is this object? Where did you find? Why is it helpful? Connect it with the prompt. What you were trying to explore through your prompt in the introduction. Now say, have you tried to work out that exploration or not? That's very important. So this is what you will do. Make links between object and prompt. This is a key for getting a high grade. So then these are some sentences that you can use. These are some important tips. Choose an object that pertains to you, but that can be naturally be linked to your prompt also. So don't talk about an ice cream which you are very fond of, a flavor, but that cannot connect. So I never mean something very naturally interested you're there, but it should be connected to your prompt also. Then I've told you students are encouraged to select objects that have a personal relevance. Unless you say why you are connected, it makes no difference. Otherwise, it is generic. You don't have to base your exhibition on a theme. Please understand this was very, very important. It is recommended for people to write a theme so that you can, shortlist your objects. However, if you feel your objects are going everywhere on the planet, please put the theme as knowledge and knower. There is no need to connect objects. Do not say my object 1, object 2, and object 3. Don't say my object 1, object 2, object 3 doesn't match. It's okay. They don't match because they are giving you perspectives. They are giving you variety in explorations. Make sure for high grades. Now I'm giving you these tips. These are the 12 TOK concepts. Make sure you use at least 6 to 7 at least in your commentary. Now this is a key for your grades. Very, very important. Nitya, you're not in a mood today at all, I think. हमें भी बताओ, maybe I also want to smile and laugh. कुछ what is so interesting? मतलब मुझे नहीं पता था commentary is so amusing है.
Feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah, me too. Okay, the TOK is more revolving these concepts, and concepts should be explicit. So make a conscious attempt that when you're writing, I will take some words. I think I don't need to say, please do not put the words in the sentence which doesn't make relevance. So if it is coming with culture, you should write. If culture is not coming, please don't put culture. Ma'am ne kaha tha, use 6, so I'm just putting it inside some statements. Don't do that. It should automatically be making sense to that exploration. Make sure this is for good marks. And at the end, I'll tell you how to get those things. For example, when you show your connect to the object, put that in bold. When you use TOK concepts, put that in bold. When you're talking about a controversy of the knowledge, put that in bold. When you're talking about a thesis statement in the intro, put that in bold. So that your examiner just sees your commentary and says, good to go. That sort of a thing. Okay, so it has to be a single page. I think this all is done. It has to be 950 words. Any questions, any doubts?